Thanks for tuning into The Experience. Help us out and hit subscribe over on YouTube and click the bell when you do. Need some help? Scan the QR code in the bottom corner.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Wednesday Warriors Live. My name is Joey Galvez, and I'm going to bring in Ambrosia and Danny here in a second. We got a lot to talk about. We're going to be doing that here in just a second after this intro. What's up? Welcome to Wednesday Warriors Live. I'm Joey Galvez, and this is Ambrosia. And
Hi.
We also have, how's it going? We also have Danny here in the house.
Hello.
Welcome back, guys. We had a small break. Danny wasn't here the last couple of weeks. We are back now. So we got a lot to talk about. First of all, I do want to tell you guys, Ambrosia's feeling a little bit under the weather.
I have my tissue, so if I blow my nose, I will try to mute myself. But
so we have that, and then Danny, man, it's been a couple of weeks since we saw you, man. What's going on with you? I want to check in with you before we move on, man. What's up? How's it been going?
I just been pretty busy with work. We're getting ready to return to office for a few days a month only, but that still means gotta go in and start cleaning up our stuff so they can clean up everything.
Oh, good times.
So,
Ambrosia's back at school as well. Ambrosia, how's school been going?
well, I was only at school for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. No, 2 weeks. And then I had to take a little break. So then I'll go back on Monday. So I'm excited to be back.
So,
Tuesday, right?
Tuesday, yeah. Tuesday.
Labor Day weekend.
We got Alan Dunford in the house. Alan Dunford, if you guys don't know who Alan is, he is the co-creator of Pocus Hocus. We're here. I'm gonna drop this here for you guys because we got if you guys are looking at the ticker there at the bottom, we also have at the bottom bit.ly/Grandma Chainsaw is now in pre-launch at Kickstarter. So you guys want to go and use that link. Here is the Grandma Chainsaw cover here. Gorgeous stuff here, you guys. This is basically their love letter to all the slasher films, right? To just a grandma with a chainsaw. You guys are definitely going to want to read this one. Check it out. Go to bit.ly/Grandma Chainsaw. Do that now. Well, after the show. All right, we got a lot to talk about, so I want to jump right in here before we do anything else. We have tons of stuff. We got a lot of news, but we're going to go right into our first segment called What's on Your Watch List. All right, everybody, this is part of the show where we talk about what is in our watch list, whether it's coming or going, and we're going to talk about it right here. First up, I got to tell you guys, we've been watching She-Hulk. I've been watching it with my wife and my 12-year-old son. So we got Elizabeth to watch a geeky show with us, guys.
I hope she likes it because
She loves it. She freaking loves it. And yes, Jay Burns says, I love the shirt. This is I got this shirt from the Pocus Hocus campaign on Kickstarter, and it is my magician shirt, so I'm rocking that today. I am obligated to do that. I got paid to wear this shirt today.
Nice.
There you go, Alan. I just told you. There you go, buddy. He said, take it. It's all yours. He said, Alan, I'm still in that line. He said, okay, what line was that? I didn't see what line. Oh, this one here. He said, what's up, Sean? Solid stand sex appeal. They're having fun. They're having fun in the chat. Cool. Super awesome. So She-Hulk.
Guys,
what do you guys been thinking? What are your thoughts?
So for once, I've been so behind on everything these past couple months, but being that I've been forced to stay home, I'm actually getting caught up again. And She-Hulk is one of them that I'm actually on. it's so good.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Did we talk about? Are we allowed to talk about spoilers? In
episode
one.
Spoilers
If
from the
it's
first
episode one.
episode one. I think we're okay with. It's what 2 weeks. I think what 7 to 2 weeks. 7 days to 2 weeks is the okay period that I think everybody's all right with.
Okay.
So yeah, I think you're safe for the episode one.
I am a little sad that they didn't use like the original, like how she got her powers, like from the comic books. Like it was similar but different, but like it's still fun. And I've enjoyed it so much. It's like a good laugh,
It's
and
good.
the CGI is like better than what I was anticipating.
Yeah, it was. I liked it a lot. The CGI is cool. I mean, okay, it's not obviously movie CGI, whatever. Who cares about all that stuff, right? But this is my thing. There was one scene in the first episode that just really kind of irked me, and it was literally the last like couple minutes of the show, when somebody broke through the wall and that leap that they took.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. It was so cheesy. I mean, that's what they're going for, right? It's like the corny like superhero stuff. This is a sitcom. It's not a superhero show, which I love.
It is,
Also, I'm one of those lucky people that don't notice the CGI. Like, it's got to be like really bad for me to like be paid, or I'll have to go back and watch it again and again to like start picking things. I remember people complaining in Rogue One about Tarkin, and I'm like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. That looked great.
Well, like the thing is, and I know that we all three wear glasses, but I don't have mine on today because my eyes are watering so much. I'm not doing it.
We also got. Go ahead.
Oh, and so like when I watch TV, for some reason I don't watch it with my glasses on, which you think that I should, but like I don't. And so for me, I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is amazing.
Yeah,
I don't notice it.
I'm like far too blind to do that.
Yeah, what a flex. I don't have that privilege either.
I don't do that either.
I mean,
we got Oneshi Press in the house. I want to let you guys know Oneshi has a Kickstarter in pre-launch right now as well. Hey. Head on over to kickstarter.oneshipress.com and find out what Mr. Guy is up to in Act 2, or I think Act 2, right? Or Act 2. I think it's Act 2. I'm wrong. I have too many things in my head, and they all get jumbled together, especially during this time because I try to push them out, and I can't.
Quick shout out to Clay. He's one of my co-hosts.
What's that? Clay?
Quick shout out to Clay. He's one of my co-hosts watching live. Awesome. Thanks for joining, Clay.
Thank you. Yes. Thanks for hanging out, Clay. I appreciate that. For watching with us. Dude, okay. She-Hulk, but there's another one that was in on Prime that I watched over the weekend, and it was a superhero movie. And this is the thing, but it was a superhero movie, but it was not Marvel or DC, and it was pretty cheesy. Yeah, it was very predictable, but I enjoyed it. It was a freaking popcorn movie, and from this person, I mean, that's you're gonna get, right? It was Samaritan, and Samaritan, from Sylvester Stallone, and it was on Prime. Look at that! Before I even said it, we got Edward von Bissenstein said Samaritan. Toxic Avenger, good. That's right. But yes, Samaritan. Sylvester Stallone. It's starts off with a young boy, and he learns that a superhero who was thought to have gone missing after an epic battle 20 years ago may in fact still be around. And it's got Sylvester Stallone in that, and I won't give away any spoilers, but it's a really good. I definitely it was a lot of fun. It's a popcorn movie, right? But I also I figured out the whole thing right in the beginning. I don't know about you guys. Did you guys get to watch this?
Not yet. It's on my list.
Yeah, throw it on the list. Fire it up tonight. It's like pop some popcorn, hang out with your friends or your significant other, and watch this. It's fun. It's just a good, forget about the world kind of movie.
I haven't seen a movie with Sylvester Stallone in such a long time.
Yeah, it's really good. Edward says Samaritan is a lot of fun. We watched it Saturday, and the whole family enjoyed it. Yep.
Oh,
it was.
If you're gonna watch a Sylvester Stallone movie that's recent, watch the Creed movies, and then maybe Samaritan. But yeah,
Maybe
There we
Creed
go.
was the last movie I saw of him. Is that the last movie he was in?
Listen,
I
I
think so.
enjoy. I back in the day when I was like a teenager, I used to watch all of the cheesy shows,
Yeah.
like cheesy movies, like the Charles Bronson movies and the Sylvester Stallone movies, all those good things, right? All those good ones. So I love this stuff. When people are like, "Oh, it's what you would expect from Sylvester Stallone," yes, of
Yeah,
course, that's what I
that's why I'm
want.
watching it.
That's why I'm watching it, right? Edward says, do yourself a favor. Don't read about it. Don't watch any trailers. Just watch it and have fun with it. Yes, that's exactly what I did. I didn't even pull this synopsis up until after I watched it. And this doesn't even give you. I would have written a better one. That's all I'm gonna say. Stallone's best role was the Terminator in Last Action
That
Hero.
was pretty funny.
Oh
Pretty
man,
funny.
that's hilarious. Stallone has an Oscar. Clay
He
says.
does.
For what, Clay? Can you
For
tell us off the
Rocky,
top of your head? No, just kidding.
he wrote the screenplay to Rocky.
Oh wow, I did not know that.
Yep.
That's very cool. Very cool. Definitely put it on your list. You guys got anything that you've been watching? No.
Ambrosha, you want to jump in?
So for one, I finally got caught up on Miss Marvel. Love it. It's fabulous. I'm so sad that it took me forever to like watch it, but it's so good and it makes me so happy to see that. It's definitely one that I wish more people got into or talked about. And again, it's just because the setting isn't like it's not geared towards white cis males, like obviously. But overall, I loved it and it's so good.
What was it called?
Wait, what?
What was it called?
Miss Marvel.
Oh, okay, Miss Marvel. I thought you were
Yeah.
talking about something. Yeah, Miss Marvel was good. I liked it a lot. I enjoyed, but that was one of them that I enjoyed a lot with my son, hanging out with him.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
I love that. And then I also have been watching Resident Alien, which took me forever to watch. Like I loved the comic, and I haven't read it in a while, but like back in the day,
Didn't they just renew that one for another season? I think
yeah,
they did, right? Yeah.
Yep.
It's very cool. I'm
and
glad.
it's so
I freaking
good.
love Alan Tudyk. Alan Tudyk is the best ever.
Yes.
He is in everything. If you just look up like his IMDb page, you're like, what? I didn't even know he was in that movie.
Yeah.
That's freaking awesome. Like it's pretty fantastic. Hey, look at how are you in the chat? That's weird. How does that happen? I got another one that goes on my list here that I did not get to watch. Slightly because I'm kind of scared. Day Shift. Have you guys seen this one with you? Okay, tell us a little bit about it, Danny, because I have not seen it yet. It's on my list, but I can't watch it in my house because I got littles and I got my wife and she's scared of it.
Yeah, it's probably a little too much for the little ones. I would say I don't know that the movie's scary per se. It's more of an action movie for sure.
Okay.
But there's definitely some, I mean, vampires, so like there's definitely some of that stuff. But I had a good time with it. It didn't change my life, or it wasn't like the newest thing, but I like Jamie Foxx. I think he has really fun chemistry with Dave Franco. I like the premise. The action is cool.
Wait, did you say Dave Franco or James Franco?
Dave Franco.
Okay, I was like, whoa, James Franco is doing some stuff now.
We don't mention his older brother at the moment. So Jamie Foxx is like this. He's this working guy, and he works for this like society that hunts vampires, and they get paid for taking vampires out. But his family doesn't know about it, so that creates a lot of conflict. And then from there, this like big vampire moves into like his neighborhood, and they got to take them out. So it's like I said, it's very straightforward. The action's really good.
Mm-hmm.
There's one sequence where like things go crazy, and I was like, oh, this is really well done. So yeah, if you want a vampire movie with really Jamie Foxx, check that out.
Very cool. Let's see. My for some weird reason, my my computer's acting weird over here. Can you take control over that on that side over there, Danny? I don't know, because everything froze up over here.
Yeah, for the notes, sure.
Yeah, the notes. Well, the with all the chat and all that stuff. I don't know what's going on
Well,
my
I don't
side.
know that I can pop it up with.
Yeah, it's weird. Sorry
I
guys, if you guys are popping up saying things I can't show because this is being weird on my side.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, I'd really love to watch this one. I just can't do it because all the people in my family.
Yeah, that's definitely find 2 hours where you're on your own and just check it out. Have it in the background or something. You'll know.
Yeah, definitely.
What else have you been watching? Oh wait.
Terminal List. Have you guys seen Terminal List?
No, what's that?
That one it's with it's a former Navy SEAL officer investigates why his entire platoon was ambushed during a high stakes covert mission, and this is got Pete Quill in this one. All right. What's his name? Freaking
Chris Pratt.
Freaking awesome. Like he does so good in this one. It's such a good show. They almost make you think and believe that he's going nuts, and it's so crazy. Like I haven't seen it all the way through. I'm still waiting to finish it. But it's so good. Very good. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna duck out really quick. I'm gonna refresh my page and see what happens because that's really weird. So go if you guys just go ahead and move on.
I'll bring up
to the
something
next
else.
one. All right.
Yes. Jamie, what have you been watching?
So I'm gonna skip to House of the Dragon.
Oh, I watched that too.
Oh my god, it is.
I do want to say this real quick. I'm not gonna watch House of the Dragon.
Why?
Because it's a little too pedo for me. That's all I'm gonna say.
I know exactly what you're coming from.
Did I miss something? I was also on like some painkillers while this was going on. So did I miss something?
I'm glad the show moved on from that very quickly.
Right.
So yeah, I'll just say that. But
was it the part where like the girl had to go into like the guy's bedroom?
I mean, there's that, and there's some other stuff. I don't know if you've seen it.
Oh my gosh, I have to go back and watch it.
Yeah. It's
now I'm just gonna be like watching, like, where did this pedo part happen?
Yeah, it gets a little weird, but I mean, I like this. It's really cool. Like, there's dragons, so that's cool.
Yes.
And I don't know, like, I never dove deep into the books or the lore or anything. Like, I only know what I saw in the show, right? So like, all this stuff is new to me. There's no, I mean, I know there's no spoilers because it's already out there. Like whatever is gonna happen already happened, but I want to see how we get there. So
do you want to know what's even like more newer? And this is gonna sound really bad, and I hope I don't get my nerd card taken away. But I have never watched Game of Thrones. So I'm
watching House of the Dragon without previously having watched Game of Thrones. That's amazing.
Yeah. I'm learning though. Like I know like bits and pieces, so I know and this is gonna sound really bad. The girl with like the long hair, the mother of the dragon sister. That is Khaleesi's sister. I learned that.
Yeah. There's a lot of really really cool. I mean, like I said, it's all connected, but yeah, the I like it. I like the show. It gives me a reason to sit down on Sunday evening again to watch. Like I want to watch it live because I don't want spoilers or anything.
I just can't get past all that gross stuff, man. And
I understand.
Everybody's saying that they're what's that?
I understand where you're coming from. Like I said, I think they try to get it out of the way very quickly.
Yeah.
Right. So
I did see some stuff up here I wanted to say. I saw that Clay was talking about Orville. Here, listen, this is my thing here. I am a Star Trek fan, right? I hate Orville. I just
what?
Orville, whatever, because I just don't like freaking Seth MacFarlane. I just despise everything that he does and everything that he's in. Like I can't stand him whatsoever. I just can't stand him.
I know what you mean. People keep telling me to watch Only Murders in the Building, but I don't like.
Gosh,
I don't like Martin Short, so I can't.
You don't like Martin?
You don't like Martin Short? Okay, hold on. We gotta mute. We're gonna mute. You're on mute.
No, you don't get muted for not liking the Goonies.
No, just kidding. I know. You know what? No, you guys do mute me for not liking the Goonies. You guys are trying to cancel me for not liking the Goonies.
If we were trying to cancel you, we would bring up the fact that Iron Fist is your favorite show. But
Iron Fist is not one of my favorite. It is not my favorite show. It
it
is
is
one
your
of
favorite show out of
the Netflix shows.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, no, it goes Daredevil,
Okay.
then Iron Fist, then Jessica Jones.
Well, all I'll say about the Orville, it gets more serious than whatever it was trying to be at first. It's definitely not just a spoof on TNG or on
Oh my
Star Trek.
gosh. Look at another one that says they can't stand Martin Short or Steve Martin. They both annoy me. Listen, they are comedic geniuses. They have like the more and more that I watch them, they are always on point. Maybe they don't do well separately, but when they are together on camera, I'm like, holy crap, your timing. Like how? And it's like because they know each other, they know what they're gonna do next, so they just play off of each other so much. It's like that only happens because you've been working together for so many years, right?
So, okay, what about Martin Short do you not like?
I just think he's annoying and
They are both annoying, of course they
he's
are.
mean spirited. I think he's mean spirited. It's maybe not so much now, but the characters that he used to do,
Yeah.
I think they were very mean spirited. And I was like, since then I was like, no, that's okay. I can find other funny people without that.
Find me an actor who is not mean spirited, and I will shake their hand. I'm like, it's seriously. Let's see. What else we got? I think that's all I got on my list.
Keanu Reeves. He's not mean spirited.
That's right.
Keanu Reeves is a great person. And okay, I know this sounds really dumb. I hate being that person to be like, I saw a TikTok, but okay, I saw a TikTok, and they're talking about Robin Williams, and he used to hire, like, he would like ask everyone to like, or like his crew, if they could hire like at least like so many homeless people, to be on the crew, so then he could like try to get them jobs and everything. And I'm just like, talk about using like your power and like the positive things, and that's like the stuff we don't have. So you could shake Robin Williams' hands and no, that was bad. I'm sorry, you can't shake his hand. But you could shake Keanu Reeves' hand.
Yeah, I agree. I know we are trying to move on. The last thing I want to drop in there, and this has nothing to do with anything. If you like Dragon Ball, go watch the Dragon Ball superhero movie. It's so much fun. Like, it's just, you don't need to have watched any of the Dragon Ball Super. I mean, it'll help, but it won't take away from the movie.
Oh, really?
And it calls back to like the original series and some of the stuff that that comes up. So it's really fun. I really liked it. I've seen it both in Japanese and in English because I wanted to check them both out. And I love seeing TikTok reactions of people who are in the theater just recording like the scenes of like how people are reacting in the theater. So really, really fun stuff.
That's very cool.
So in the theaters, did they play both, like one in English and one in Japanese?
Yeah, locally we've had like screenings, like one screen will have the dub and one will have the sub. So there's plenty of I know people have their choices. They sub versus dub with anime. There's that whole conversation. But yeah, you can pick.
Oh, that's awesome.
Very, very cool. All right, let's go ahead and move on to our DC news. And first up here, we have a Warner Brothers execs reportedly think Zack Snyder's Justice League should have never happened. I just want to know what you guys think about this. Everybody thinks, okay, I'm not even going to tell you. I just want to ask you. Danny, shoot, what do you think? How do you think that this should have been greenlit?
This is always at my reach. So.
There you go. Why did I know that this was going to be your answer?
I first of all, the fandom, whatever, all those people, none of that. That's not cool. Mm-hmm. I love the movie. I like Zack Snyder's work. I like the work that he did before. Like, there's only one movie I don't like, and it's Sucker Punch. Because that's just a bad movie.
Sucker Punch.
Yeah, I did too.
That's okay. I mean, yeah, that's fine. I'm glad, but yeah, I get what they're saying. That
right now. There, right? That is exactly it, right there. Because there's three of us here. We have three different brains, three perspectives, and we all like different things. That's the reason, right?
Yeah, I get where the executives are saying that, because now they want to pivot away from all that stuff. Like,
Yeah.
But it was one of the most watched things on HBO Max. It was so like
Mhm.
they can't have their cake. Oh, I guess they can because it's different execs now. All the execs that were there before, they're not there anymore. So these new ones are saying that,
Yeah.
and
Wow.
like blame the previous administration, right?
Yeah. Like
So
all those guys, they stink.
yeah, they messed up. They shouldn't have never let that happen.
They should have never greenlit that thing.
Right?
Of
They were
course,
not.
you're gonna come in and like if you're not gonna come in and be like the world's the worst, most hated anything came out of there, you'd be like, yeah, those guys did good.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, yeah, no. But honestly, I don't agree with them. I enjoyed I enjoyed. Listen, I enjoyed both versions. Like, I just enjoyed sitting back and watching Justice League on camera, like on the screen. Like, I was down with that, and I don't. I'm fine with it all day. Whatever. Bring it back. Bring me the whole. I want the whole universe. I want it all. Bring
And
it back.
see, like that's the thing is if and I mean I don't know. I feel like with this whole like Batgirl situation, if you
Oh my God.
released the Snyder cut, you should also like release Batgirl. But they also just said that they regret it, so I don't know.
Right. And here's my next one here that I have up here. It kind of goes with what we're talking about here. Here's another one here. So we got Snyder. Everybody's snubbing the Snyder cut, but now everybody's like on the coattails of Matt Reeves, and they want to give him an Asylum spinoff. Like, I'm cool with this, but the one thing that I did not like about the Batman was the Joker in the Asylum. That was the one thing that I didn't like in the Asylum, right? And if they're gonna bring that in, of course everybody's gonna be looking for the Joker and all this stuff. But hey, I'm cool with if they can pull this off in a really cool way.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like I've never looked into like how the Joker got in there or whatever. But I think it feels to me like a studio note, like, hey, we got to put in some Joker at some point because that's what these people want, right? So I feel like Matt Reeves did the best he could to put that in there without like derailing the story that he was telling.
Yeah.
I think that's why they removed that deleted scene that they dropped later. Like, if you guys have seen it, the interrogation scene.
No.
Okay. Yeah, there's an interrogation scene with the. I mean, he's not called the Joker, but you can definitely tell that's what they're going for.
Right.
So yeah, and I mean with the Batman as well. Like, I always have this handy as well. So
there you go.
I love that movie too. Probably my favorite movie of the year so far. There's a lot of good stuff this year. So more Matt Reeves. Let Matt Reeves build out that Batman universe.
Yeah,
even if it doesn't connect to anything else.
And listen, I really wanted Batgirl. I wanted Gotham, the Gotham, the PD, what was it called? Gotham Knights.
Yeah, Gotham PD show,
PD or something,
which
something like that.
Which they just changed to the Pinwing. So that's, I mean, it's weird, but we're still getting something.
Yeah, well, all those are gone, right? The only thing we're getting is the Penguin still.
Yep.
And Danny DeVito came out and said that his Penguin was better. Did you guys see that?
No.
I did think it was funny when Danny DeVito got a chance to write a Batman comic with the Penguin. All he did was, I mean, it was a good comic, but the main goal was that the Penguin ended up with Catwoman. That's what he wanted to write. So I thought that was funny.
All right. What's
I mean,
next
of course
here?
he would want that, but I didn't realize that was Colin Farrell until
I know until
like after I saw the movie and I was like looking at the characters and casting and I was like,
he went out to a Starbucks in full makeup and no one recognized him.
That's awesome.
I saw that.
So awesome. That's so awesome. That's pretty.
Like it's so hard for me to go to Starbucks and like no one recognized me.
Yeah.
So kudos to him. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. All right. So we have next one up here on the. Let's see my banners. Where did it go? Right here. So whoops, Ambrosia, she's still there. Warner Brothers has a new candidate, and they are going to try to put him in the same position that Marvel has Kevin Feige in. And so, number one, I think we really need this over at DC, right? Number one, we need a Kevin Feige kind of person over there to kind of make sure these things are happening. So what do you think? Number one, Danny, give us the rundown, because you read this article. Give us the rundown of this headline really quick.
Yeah, sure. So Dan Lin, he's been producing and he's been in Hollywood for a long time. So I think they found him. He could be the person to lead a DC universe and in the way that they want, that's best for Warner Brothers moving forward. Some examples of the stuff he's done: all the Lego movies, including Lego Batman. He also produced all the Sherlock Holmes movies with RDJ, Aladdin, the It movies,
I didn't even know that.
the Godzilla stuff. So like, if you've watched the movie in the past, I don't know, 15 years, you've probably seen one of his films, because all he does are either really big blockbusters or like these really small projects. There's no in between. I like the movies that he's produced. I think he's good at finding talented people to bring that material to the screen. So yeah, I mean,
Clay
seems to
says
have good.
Clay here, he says they need a street level Kevin Feige, a Justice League or world level Kevin Feige, and a cosmic multiverse Kevin Feige. There we go. I world building world level Kevin Feige. We need somebody that is going to come in and just kill it, knock it out of the park, right?
They should just get a Kevin Feige variant and bring them to this universe.
There you go. I've been trying to get some of these guys that I'm working with some of these comic books to give me a variant cover, but I don't want, like, all I want it to say is the word variant over the front. So, but they won't do it.
Well, Marvel made a whole comic about that right now.
Yeah. Well, I just want it to be brown with the yellow words that says variant. That's it. Nothing else. And that's my variant cover.
So I was talking and I had no idea that I was muted. So.
Oh my gosh, Roger, I'm sorry. What were you saying? Go ahead, please.
I don't even know. I was just like, yeah, and then I looked. It's like, my bad.
She's like, why are they ignoring me? What's going on?
We got Dan DiDio back in the news, and he was named the Inkwell Award Special Ambassador. This was pretty cool, very, very cool. Also, I think it was just yesterday. If you guys want, Jen King, who was on the EXP, she got to sit down and talk to Dan DiDio. So if you guys want to go and check that out, go head on over to the EXP where you're watching us now. If you guys are watching us on that YouTube channel. And you guys can check it out there. Just don't do it now while you're watching us. Just wait till it's done and then watch that really cool interview, right? Very, very cool. I just had to throw that in there so that you guys can go and check out that next that video here. Netflix Sandman crosses major milestones. Have you guys seen it yet? I haven't seen it, and this
I'm
is
on 5.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm gonna watch it because I really have. I haven't read the freaking comics all the way through, right? And I don't know how long it's gonna take me to do it because I've been so busy, and I'm just like, I want to watch this, but then I don't want, if I'm gonna read the comic books, I don't want the show to influence me. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird.
I have read the comics, but I haven't watched the show. But I personally am excited because I've heard like really positive things.
Very, very positive. I mean, people are gonna find those things to get mad about, right? But I think they did very well.
I think so. It is. I'm 5 episodes in. The 5th episode is kind of like the halfway point of the show.
Okay.
And I think it's probably the most faithful adaptation of a comic that I've ever seen.
That's what I keep hearing.
Granted, I haven't read those books in years.
Yeah.
But every time I'm looking, like something happens and I'm like, oh, like it just sparks a memory back in my head. Like I remember reading this, but it's been long enough that I don't remember all the little details of what's gonna happen. Mm-hmm. But it's fun when they come up and I'm like, oh my God. And then I love, once again, like people on TikTok, like they love putting some of the panels by the, like, you know, as the show goes on. I love when they do that because I'm like it really is page, like almost word for word. So it's really fun. And then they dropped that bonus episode that I believe is animated. So I haven't seen that either.
Very cool.
Oh, they have it. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's
so there's 10 episodes normal and then the bonus episode. So I'm very excited. Hopefully we get more Sandman because Neil Gaiman and the team really deserve it.
I love how a part of the show that he has been. Again, I haven't watched the show, but just based off of what so many people have said, and I feel like that is how it should be with a lot of comic book adaptations.
Mhm.
Just because like those are the writers, like those are the visionaries, those are the people who created these characters.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool. So according to the streamer, the series was watched a total of 53.79 million hours in the week of August 22 to the 28th. Wow. That's very awesome, right? And then they were pushing over 300 million hours watched since it premiered. Very, very cool. Debuting 69.48 million hours in the first 3 days, and raising over 127 million hours, rising over 127 million hours in the first week in total.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
I can't believe HBO Max passed on this show.
Right?
Oh my gosh.
And I was definitely surprised to find out that that they passed on that. And honestly, it feels like it would be an HBO Max show.
Yeah, I mean they have like the first right or whatever, but maybe they would have messed it up. So I guess it's better that it ended up in Netflix.
Who knows why, right? But here's the thing though, it has not been picked up for a second season. So and supposedly it's because of money. Because do you think that it took too much money to create what fans really wanted?
It looks expensive, I'll tell you that.
Right.
But I also heard, and again, I could be wrong, but this is coming from a TikTok source, that they decide based off of like how many streams and like how many people like are streaming. Like, so not, I don't know. So that could be anything.
I mean, they're very shady with their numbers too.
Those numbers I just spouted off sound like pretty good numbers to me. I mean, I don't know if maybe they're not good enough to them, but they're good enough for me, man. That's
exactly.
Like I don't know what else you guys want.
I'm gonna ask Netflix to send me the DVD for season 1.
Wow, there you go.
Guys, do you remember having Netflix back in the day when you had to send videos?
I never had it for DVDs.
Yeah,
I did. You had to actually mail them in the mail, dude. That was the day.
Yes.
But the thing was, when you got it in the mail, then you popped it in and it started skipping. You're like, come on, man.
Well, like it's same with like the red boxes, like RIP Red Box.
Oh no,
that was that's like the same thing of sharing DVDs.
We would go to the store and actually physically rent something.
So right, you know what? You guys are talking about all this stuff. Blockbuster, the TV show is going to be dropping on Netflix. How the irony in that one, right? The irony about that one, right? It's gonna be like I
think it's a sitcom about like the last blockbuster in Alaska or something like that.
Yeah, the very last
Park's in it, so it should be pretty good.
So I'm down with that, but in the irony, right?
I didn't even know that they sent out VHS.
Oh yeah, me neither. I didn't know.
I don't know if that's a joke or not. Clay could be.
I had Netflix when they sent out. Yeah, come on. No, they didn't do that.
I don't think so. I feel like a VHS would be too expensive to send in the mail to be profitable.
Yeah.
Because they're both
because a CD you can just send out a new one. You just print out a new one right there. He's pulling our leg. Do a quick Google.
Don't. I'm too gullible.
Here we go. We got Page Puncher 7-inch scale flash figures are up for pre-order with the comic book. Can you pull that up for me, Danny? If you
can, and I will, and I have.
Here we go. I want to show this to you guys. Look at this. This is kind of cool. I mean, I don't know. Are you guys down with this one right here?
I kind of want these.
They're McFarlane toys, right?
Yeah.
So oh my gosh, look how clean those look. That Batman.
I was gonna say I would choose Batman.
I don't know about these so much.
Yeah,
these are.
But that looks like that's that icon cover, right? I have a cover somewhere, and everybody's got that cover, right? And they've redone that cover so many times.
Yeah, which is funny because Harley reprinted. That's the homage they're doing this week.
Oh yeah,
for the Harley book.
Wow. Okay, I gotta catch up on some of these. Okay, here we go. There was his silly Netflix thing that look at now. He's laughing at us.
Yeah, I
Don't
know.
laugh at us. We don't like to be mocked.
Flash figures, felonies not included. Somebody did it.
Oh boy.
Yeah, man, these are ooh, that Captain Cold. Look at that. That looks dope.
I like these. I like
That one
I
looks
always
dope.
love when they do like alternate versions of the superheroes. I remember having like a Batman that was like an underwater Batman or
But
something
I don't
for
know.
some reason.
Do you guys have any of these McFarlane figures?
No.
I've got I
Yeah.
think I've got Liu Kang, and I've got Bizarro, and I think I've got a Batman. I forget, or something else. But they are so dope. Like
Yeah. I
I
got
like. Oh, they're so bad.
I got a bunch when they did the ones for the Batman movie that came out recently,
Yeah.
and I have an Azrael from the White Knight.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're cool.
So
They're
I
cool.
got mine. It was really cool because I was working a con out here in Phoenix, and McFarlane's out here in Phoenix, and he partners with the con a lot, right? So he dropped a bunch of toys for the employees, and we got a bunch of these figures for free. So because McFarlane gave them to us for free, so I was like, dope. That's what's up. But I guess it was really really cool. All right, let's see what else we got. Harley Quinn was renewed for a 4th season, the animated series. Did you hear this one, Ambrosha?
No. Oh, look at you.
Look at that.
Sorry,
There we go.
they're right here. So
You went to go grab them. Look at that. Mine are tucked away inside a bin somewhere, so I can't go get them.
no, I always keep my Batman's clothes by.
So here's the thing. Tommy and I have been we really just want to focus. We're being adults and we realize we can't buy everything, and so we actually are selling like almost all of our pops. Like we went through a major pop sell years ago.
Wow.
But a couple years ago, and now we're getting rid of like all of our black figures and all of our cool figures for Lego money.
If you go. If you have one of those General Grievous Black series, hit me up.
Okay, I'll look to see. I did. I don't know if that was part of our first like haul. Oh, let me see that because I'm not like I'm 100% sure we had it. We had all the Star Wars. Like,
look, like Clay's trying to get you to open your toys. That's
that's bold.
Never. How dare you?
That is very bold. Listen, I got 2 Bizarros just because I wanted to open one up, and I wanted to I always have I got doubles of those toys. It's like just open them up.
They have not done a comic for the Batman movie, but Paul Dano's writing a Riddler comic based on his character in October.
Oh.
Very cool. Very cool. I'm all about that one. Yeah. Very, very cool. Here we go. We got some Marvel news here. We're Ben Kingsley is going to be reprising his role in Wonderman. This is very cool. But what I want to know is if we're going to be getting what was his little friend's name?
The little creature. I think.
Shang-Chi. What was his name? I forget the.
In the comic.
Yeah. No. And Shang-Chi.
It looked like a little pig with no face.
Yeah, no face.
Yeah,
but that's who we want to see. We want to see that creature. That's what I'm waiting for, right?
I like Iron Man 3, and I like the twist, and I like Shang-Chi. So like, more Ben Kingsley is a good thing.
Ambrosia, since you're talking about getting rid of your do I have it here? You're talking about getting rid of your Funko Pops. They just talked about dropping gingerbread Avenger Funko Pops, and they're glow in the dark.
Okay, so let me glow in the dark.
Yeah. Let's see. Danny, can you pull that up? I'm sorry. I know I popped this one up, dropped this one on you, but look at this.
They're the cutest thing ever.
They look like gingerbread men. But
I love those so much. So typically, like, I skip out on stuff like this because they have like their Valentine's specials where like they have, But this, I think. Ooh, I think I need this one.
Look at.
I love those so much. Okay,
she said she was going to get rid of them all.
I would 1,000% get this set if it had Spider-Man in it.
Oh yeah, I think swap out Thor or Hulk for Spider-Man.
I was gonna say out. Okay, which one would you swap out, Danny?
All of them for Batman. No. No, I like this lineup too. Spider-Man would be cool. I think he would look weird as a gingerbread cookie because he'd just be all filled in.
We're not looking at logistics.
That's
Daniel.
probably why they did it. But look at how they did Hulk, though. I mean,
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So
yeah,
they
the
kind of
highlights.
they would. Yeah, that's probably what they would do. Like it would just be a little weird because of all the lines in.
Yeah.
in
But that's not the question.
Oh, who would I swap out? Probably Iron Man. He's
Iron Man.
not
Yeah.
my favorite. Can I get Venom? I know he's not in the MCU.
Clay says he has a glow in the dark yellow jacket, and it doesn't glow very well.
Oh,
Is
you
it
know
out of the
what?
box or is it in the box? Because I've realized that they only like really glow super well is if it's out of the box and you
Yeah,
have to charge it.
'cause
Like
they
you
can
have to like
charge.
cover it. And like so it's not like it's a night light, like you turn on your lights and it glows. You
Yeah.
have to like actually like cover it and then like look into the covers and be like, it's glowing.
It's like the old school ones. Like you
Yeah.
had, remember when you had
Yes,
to do it
yes,
like
that's how they are. I would swap out Captain America to put in Spider-Man.
oh
Well,
really? I think I would swap out Hulk for Spider-Man. That's
I
what
would take out Captain America and bring in the new Captain America,
Oh,
and
I
then
did.
take out Iron Man and drop in Moon Knight.
Oh, okay.
There
Speaking
you
of
go.
what watched, I finished that as well.
Talking about dropping and bringing in different things here. Bringing in the Fantastic Four. Some people are saying that it could make or break Marvel Studios. I don't know what are you guys thinking about this one?
I don't know that it'll break.
I know. I was thinking that. I was going to say something that I feel like would make or break would be like X-Men, but
Yeah.
X-Men? Yeah.
I think Fantastic Four. I would be.
I mean, is this a play on words here? Are they like make or break Marvel? Like not Marvel Studios, but Marvel like MC,
Oh, like the universe.
like the universe, like the incursion, like maybe Secret Wars.
You know, I think, Joey, I think this is a better question for after we've seen D23.
Yeah, right. Which is next. Which is next week.
Which is next week.
Next week,
I think
Danny,
around-
are you going to
around-
join us next week? So we
I think
can
it's
talk about
around. Is it on Thursday or Wednesday?
it? Is it the 8th?
I think it's the 8th. Yeah.
I think it's the 8th because everything is happening on the 8th, and we're going to talk a little bit about that because D23 is on that day, right? But to kind of compete with them, Star Trek did a little bit of something, and then and so we're going to talk about that here in a second. But if we ever get to it, right? Because we're still in Marvel news.
Guys, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while for some Star Trek and Star Wars news, but it's because they remember we were talking about this. They're waiting for these next week here and a couple of stuff. They are dropping some things here and there for us to kind of chomp to bits a little bit, but we don't know. Here we go. What is it? Edward says, am I the only one that liked the Fantastic Four with Jessica Alba, Chris Evans? I love 2 movies. I hated the reboots. So, you know what? You're not the only one because I liked it.
They're fun.
I liked it.
For it being the time period that it was, I think they're fun.
I liked it. Yeah.
I think our expectations are just so much higher because look at how far we have come with technology and some of the things that we have gotten, that if you go back and watch Fantastic Four, you're like, oh my gosh, this sucks.
Yeah.
But for when I first watched it, I loved it. And
Sean Butler says Fantastic Four, if it flops, might not bode well with the Marvel. I agree. I think they are going to make them a huge part of the universe.
For sure. They've told us in the movies that are upcoming. Clay's onto something. You got to get the villains right. If you get Doctor Doom, could make or break the Marvel universe.
Oh, I would love if we had Doctor Doom in there.
Yeah.
Now, do you think that they're going to have John Krasinski play Richard Reed?
I don't think so. I think that was like here you go, nerds. Here's what you wanted.
Oh my gosh, no! I would love for this. And then get this. If we had Emily Blunt really be his wife, a Susan Storm.
I bet their kids could play.
Oh my gosh.
All right, let's see. What else we got here? Let's move on to some Star Wars news. You guys want to move on to Star Wars?
Always.
let's talk about some Star Wars news here. Star Wars Rogue One becomes the #1 highest grossing IMAX release ever because they re-released it in IMAX and over the weekend, I think it was, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And it did freaking well. And this is what coming from one of those things where everybody didn't really like this one at first, right?
I don't know who that was because that's my favorite Star Wars movie.
It's one of my favorite ones, but it didn't do well when it came out. So
everyone I've talked to has said that Rogue One has been like their favorite movie, which again is so bizarre because it didn't do well. But not everyone, but the majority of people who I talked to love Rogue One. It was probably my least favorite movie for a really long time.
Oh wow!
Because the fact that everyone just died and I hated that. Spoiler. And so I was like, why did we go through all that? But it wasn't until like someone like really changed my perspective of like, but we also need like the stories of those unsung heroes that like helped us get to where we were. And I was like,
yeah, I love that it leads you right there in the beginning of episode 4. Like that's amazing. Like that's one of the ones that I'm glad that they reshoots because they added that Vader scene.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties on this end, guys. It cutting in and out, so I don't know if you guys can see it on my end, but just aware I might be choppy.
We can see you, hear you. So if not, we are trained professionals. We can.
We are.
Here we go.
The only thing we can
listen, I'm excited about this one because this was probably one of my favorite ones too.
Yeah.
I loved it a lot. But here's another one. We got the Star Wars Andor star says the series won't feature a Jedi. So do you guys think that this is going to be after what is Rogue One? Because isn't that the
No, it's all so the season 1 and 2 lead up to Rogue One. So
okay.
So and it makes sense that there's no Jedi in that period.
Right. Mm-hmm.
There's no Jedi in Rogue One, right?
Yeah.
No.
So,
yeah, and well, I mean, yeah, they
had Sith or Maul or whatever you want to call it, whatever he is at that time, but there's no actual Jedi. The lightsaber came from Maul.
Right.
A lot of people are upset about this because I think they're really expecting like Ahsoka or some appearance, but it doesn't make sense at all in time.
I don't. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, but talking about Ahsoka. The Ahsoka creator calls series everything I could hope for.
Yes.
So this means this makes me excited because it makes me feel like we're gonna get something that is just as good, if not I don't want to say better than Mandalorian. I don't want to be that person, but we're at least gonna get something that good. What are you guys thinking?
I'm excited. I can't wait. I love Ahsoka, so like any content that we get more from her, let's go.
Yeah. Look, I even have my Ahsoka little minifigure right next to me. She brings me good luck. No, it's not my minifigure. Sorry, it's my Lego.
I'm having bad reception over here, guys. I'm gonna duck out, but look at we got this next ticker up here. You guys could talk about that while I don't know what's going on with the internet. Maybe there's a storm. I don't know.
It could be you guys could be having another power outage. Hopefully not.
Maybe
that was
something.
brutal. Oh, he's gone.
So for Mandalorian season 3, I guess did you finish Book of Boba Fett?
Yes, I did.
Okay, because I mean that's a little spoilery, right? If we start talking a little Mandalorian, but we know that he needs to be redeemed, at least in the eyes of his I don't know.
Are we talking about the Mandalorian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like he feels he needs to be redeemed as a Mandalorian because of what he did. So that's definitely what I hope that he does go back to Mandalore and go to those whatever the waterfall or whatever she mentioned, and looks for that redemption. I think that'd be cool. And then also that means that he gets to probably interact with more Mandalorians that are also probably going either back to Mandalore or they're already in Mandalore. So either way, I'm super on board. I'm excited. I want a trailer. People got to see a trailer at what was it? Star Wars Celebration. And we haven't seen anything since
Which is interesting because like when I saw Star Wars Celebration, like we were like the first to watch like some of the first to watch the trailer. I went a couple years ago. I think it was for Rise of the Jedi, or the Rise of Skywalker. And then it was like literally like a week later that everyone else got it. So it's interesting that they haven't shared it yet.
Yeah, I hope that we get something. I mean, I'm sure we'll get something at D23, but this is, I mean, I don't know. I want to see trailers for everything that's coming up. I guess mainly I want them to tell me what is coming up. Because I think after Andor, we don't really know. Like, we know Ahsoka's out there coming somewhere, but we don't have release dates or anything. So just give me a schedule and a trailer for something good.
So I talk about this all the time, like on every show. But do you think we're going to get a Dr. Aphra show? Or do you think we're going to see her at all in this Star Wars realm?
If they do whatever they're trying to do, the Kira show, whatever is going to happen with that, I think that'd be the perfect time to bring her in, especially if you're reading the comics right now. The Crimson Reign.
I love the Crimson Reign, and I love so much they brought Kira in there.
Yeah, so hopefully we get some of that, and that's the way you bring in Dr. Aphra because it's the right time. So yeah, I'm on board. Joey, how you doing over there?
I think I'm getting text messages. I think we're in a internet outage. I'm checking it. My wife's like,
no.
I think I'm so over our internet right now because I think looks like we are. Let's see. I'm looking at it right now, but I'm going off of my phone's hotspot internet.
Yeah, because I think the only thing we can't do is end the show.
Yeah, so I'm in internet outage. I'm so mad because it's been happening a lot over the last week or two. But yeah, let's see. Boom. Let's see. Where are we at? We are on here. We got
through Star Wars. We talked about Mandalorian.
I don't know if you saw this, Ambrosia. Did you see this one here?
What?
Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser reveals when the 2023 bookings will open. I don't have internet to pull this up. Do you have the article, Danny, to tell us?
I will pull it up. Yep.
And see, like, I am willing to pay an ungodly amount to go here.
What do you think about the Star Cruiser, Ambrosha? I feel like you're at the level of fandom of Star Wars that you probably would do something like this. I like Star Wars, not enough to go to a park and hang out with a bunch of people that also like Star Wars.
Dude, it is like one of the coolest experiences. Like going to Star Wars Celebration literally made me cry because you're like surrounded. Like Comic Cons are amazing, but everyone is there for like a different reason. But when you go to Star Wars Celebration, everyone there is like for the same reason. So you can have conversations with like anyone, and like you always have something to talk about. And I'm not talking about like this rude, stupid, like toxic people who we see in the fandom, which could bring a lot of it down. But in like, I think I would enjoy it so much, because you have to like you have to just like enjoy it like as a child, like with that, having that mindset and not be like incredibly like superficial and like judgy about anything. If I could go to Star Wars camp, I'm going to go to Star Wars camp.
So the bookings for that open next year are they start opening tomorrow, September 1st. So you can go to Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser.com. That's a long URL right now and take a peek at all the dates listed. And it seems like a lot of fans have been waiting for their shot to visit the Star Cruiser.
Yeah, the 2-night experience. I feel like I would need one more night.
How many nights is it?
Right.
2-night. Oh, 2-night experience.
2-night experience.
I guess that's 3 days, right? 3 days, 2 nights, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, I would probably do the same. That would make me tired, and I'd be like, all right, I'm ready to go home.
I'm just not a cruise person either, so
yeah, listen. I would love to go on like a cruise, like at least once in my lifetime. Just because it would just be very, very cool. But I've heard that if you got a very, very weak stomach, you be careful. Unless you're like, inside and walking, I'm sure it's just like anything else that's in movement. You know what I mean? Like you're in a plane, you're moving. I'm sure you can feel it.
You guys know though that it's not on a cruise, right?
Oh, it's the hotel. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Okay,
not a
okay.
cruise. I thought it was a cruise ship.
I
No.
thought it was a cruise.
No, it's a
too.
hotel. It's a resort.
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
see,
So I
look
was
at
like, wait,
that's
how did
we're
we
not even
get
we're
on
not
a
even
cruise?
we're not
I
that
was like,
we're not as geeky as you are with the Star Wars
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah, yeah.
I
Ambrosia.
was like, excuse me, if there's a Star Wars cruise, I'm going like ASAP. No,
See,
it's
you would go.
oh my gosh, yes. We are still planning on going to Star Wars, the Galactic Cruiser, but Star Cruiser. It is like
That's cool.
it's a built resort.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so
Tell
that's
us
why it's like
about
a 2 day stay because like it's an actual
Ah,
like built-in resort, that you don't have to. Yeah, it's so cool. You guys should look into it. It's crazy expensive, but
yeah. I'd be down to take a cruise, a Star Wars cruise. That'd be kind of cool.
yeah. So they could call it a literal Star Cruise.
Right? Star Wars cruise. All right, here we go. Let's talk a little bit about some Star Trek news. And here we go. They announced Star Trek Day is September 8th. And Danny, did you get to read this thing and see what all entails with Star
I
Star
haven't, but
Trek
I
Day?
will now.
But I'm gonna pull it up too as my internet is down over there on the
So
other stuff.
I will tell you this up front: you have to have Paramount Plus for this. So if you don't have Paramount Plus, you're
So
kind of
yeah, there you
screwed.
go. Paramount Plus
Uh,
fans of the science fiction film will be pleased to know that celebration gets started on Thursday, September 8th. Streaming live, you get to stream all kinds of really cool stuff. It looks like.
Yeah, I think the cool part is going to be the Star Trek augmented reality stuff that they're going to do.
Yeah, very
that
cool.
that should be a pretty cool experience if they get it right. But then they're going to go over all their stuff, right? Picard, Lower Decks, Prodigy, Strange New Worlds,
Yeah,
a tribute to Nichelle Nichols,
Michelle.
which should be really
Yeah,
nice. Yeah, it
very
looks
cool.
cool. It
Yeah,
reminds me of fandom, DC fandom, but like maybe
yeah.
on a bit smaller
Uh-huh.
scale because Star Trek doesn't have as much stuff going on.
Yeah. I think it's very cool. And then also what was very cool is what they did was recently they're about to spread a portion of and Nichols' ashes into space, which is
Very cool.
very, very cool. Yeah, I thought that
Boldly
was
go,
really very
right?
cool.
Yeah.
Right, definitely. So how cool is that? Who's stoked? Sean Butler says, who's stoked for the reunion of the TNG cast for the final season of Picard? I am this guy right here because I'm the resident Star Trek guy. I was watching it with the Next Generation. That was my Star Trek, right? I was too young, obviously for the Shatner stuff and right, but I was the Next Generation was right around my alley, so I love freaking Picard. So I'm all about this. It's very freaking cool. Sean Bartels, what do we think of the new Enterprise will look like? I thought I saw some stuff behind the scenes of what it would look like. You know what? I think I did. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think it looks very similar. Maybe maybe I'm gonna step back and spoiler alert, let you guys sit on that one. I'm just gonna leave it there. But it's some of these things look really good. You guys are definitely gonna love it. Like I'm excited for all these things happening. So there we go. But here's we go. Obviously this is a sad thing. That they're gonna be doing that she passed away. We got another thing that's very sad. We lost the director of Star Trek 4 to Fantastic Four. So I don't know if this is a good or bad thing because number one, I'm like, oh man, we're gonna get a Fantastic Four. But then how good would Star Trek 4 would have been if he would have been on this one? I don't know. You guys don't seem excited about
I
this.
am not. I'm very behind on my Star Wars or my Star Trekkiness. And I
Yeah, I just don't know who this guy is. That's the main thing. Matt Shackman. I'm looking at through his the stuff that he did. He's worked on Game of Thrones. He's worked on WandaVision. But other than that, this was going to be like his first big movie, I think. Which is funny that I guess, does he only want to do movies with 4 in the name?
Right. Right. That's funny. Here we go. We got another one. Jack Quaid clarifies what we're going to be getting in the lower decks and
Strange
New Worlds crossover. But I don't know if they're really going to give us. Did he really give us any details? Like, here's my thing. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be one of those things where it's like it's going to be they're going to go to a planet or something like that, or they're going to somehow, some way.
What about the what's the little room? What's the little room where they could do whatever they want?
Oh, I want to say, I forget what it's called. Yes, but I think
that would be perfect for crossovers, like where they just that's what they're imagining. Like you could just do that, especially if it's like an animated show.
Yeah.
So
who cares about the JJ Star Trek? I do. I care about all Star Trek. I do. I love it all.
I like it.
That's good. Will it be filled with lens flares and me? Oh gosh. Is there a way we can boot Clay? No, just kidding.
Clay, please behave. I can't take you anywhere.
No, he's fine. He's fine. You keep hackling us. I love it. Sean says, I'm waiting for Strange New Worlds and Discovery to cross over since they're introduced time travel in both series. Yes, I thought didn't they already do this? Isn't that how they got crossover already?
You're asking the wrong crowd, Joey.
Yes,
I know. We're just like,
so Strange New Worlds came out of Discovery because they already did the time travel thing, and that's so they got pushed forward in Discovery, and then I think Strange New Worlds, theirs got reset. I think I forget how it was. I think
all I know is that Ensign Mount and what's the name of the actor that plays Spock? They were both in Dallas way before. Like I think they had just had their first the little shorts, the little clip, like whatever little shorts they did. Mm-hmm. They shot that, and then they were in Dallas after that, or they were about to premiere. So people were really excited about that. So that's about. I was on the panel for that. I was only there because I needed to sit down. But it was fun. It was a good panel, regardless.
He's like, I just need to sit down. Cool. Let's see. Okay, what else do we have here? Strange New World. Okay, I think that's it, guys. Now it's time for our what's in your pull list. Yes. Are you guys ready for that?
Yes.
All right, let's go ahead and take a quick little break while this intro plays. A quick little 30-second break and stretch while we talk about our comic book pull list. All right, everybody, this is part of the show where we talk about what is in our comic book pull list. Ambrosia, I know you're there. You know what? Can you break it down for us?
Always.
Danny, do you have Lego Comic Geeks pulled up for us?
I do.
We are not affiliated with them, but we do use them as a resource as we go and look for our comic books. We use them. And to even pull our books sometimes. So right at the top, what are we looking at here? I'm gonna put this into, let's see if I can pull that up. You guys are gonna listen to us in God form here. All right, right at the top, what are you guys pulling from that top row?
Obi-Wan and House of Slaughter.
And Obi-Wan, I got
House of Slaughter, all
the X-Men stuff, of course, and the Moon Knight book, and Obi-Wan as well.
Nothing. I'm not pulling anything from those top rows. I mean, you guys know me. I pull a lot of the indie stuff. That's what I'm pulling. Okay, Thunderbolts. I think I'm pulling Thunderbolts though. I am pulling Thunderbolts. Can you pull that one up and let's read the synopsis there?
Yes, I'm reading Thunderbolts too, and I'm assuming
Looks
Danny is as well.
Oh yeah. It's really fun.
Have you read it yet?
I have. Yep. It's really fun. I like Jim Zub a lot as a writer.
Dude, you're amazing on how like quickly you read things like the day.
I try. I mean, yeah. If I want to put out the videos, I need to. But this one takes place after Devil's Reign. Now that Luke Cage is mayor of New York, I guess spoilers for Devil's Reign. He needs to redeem the name of the Thunderbolts because Wilson Fisk was using them for his own devious purposes. So the only problem is that he put Hawkeye in charge of that. Now Hawkeye's been the leader of the Thunderbolts before. They got a whole new team. So we have Hawkeye, Spectrum, America Chavez, Power Man, but this is the young version of Power Man. It's a different Power Man. It's not. I know Luke Cage sometimes went by Power Man, but it's not him. And we have Persuasion and Guts and Glory who are introduced in this book. I still don't know much about these two new characters. I don't know if they're new, but they're new to me. So yeah, it's fun. Jim Zub, he does group stories very well because he does a lot of D&D and stuff like that.
Awesome.
So he's very good at that. So,
very cool.
Fun book. Worth the pull.
Very awesome.
Also, you have to, if you like Spider-Man, you have to pick up Amazing Fantasy 1000.
Yay! I'm so excited.
Okay.
It is like an insane amount of creators that are on this book.
I was flipping through some of the stuff and I didn't even notice that one there because I was like, because I always like, I'm usually not pulling anything from that top row, so I'm just like, let's skip it.
I was gonna ask if it's like a one shot or does it tie into the storyline that we're on?
This is actually since I'm not reading Amazing Spider-Man, I'm glad none of the stories tied in.
Okay, good.
Because it was all, but you have like Jonathan Hickman, Dan Slott, Kurt Busiek, Neil Gaiman, Rainbow Rowell.
Neil Gaiman.
Like, look at all these writers, and then the creator.
So this is basically an anthology, right?
Yeah,
of the stories that are pertaining to Spider-Man.
Yep. And then you have some of the best. I love Ryan Stegman on Spider-Man, so I'm glad he gets to do a story.
Very cool.
Yeah, just look at the talent in this book.
That is nuts.
Super fun.
That is a crazy roster right there.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right. Deadpool.
Oh, I think I'm gonna get the I got the variants too. I haven't read issue 1 and 2, but I have all of them. But
yeah, if you like Jessica Jones, you should be reading this because it's all about her.
I love Jessica Jones.
Or if you like Gail Simone, you should be.
I love Gail Simone too. So.
Or if you love Phil Note art, you should be.
Or if you just love comic books, just pull it.
Yeah.
Literally me when I went to the comic book. I actually went to the comic book store today, which never happens on Wednesdays. But my total today was hefty because I got like the back issues of just like so many good stuff.
Yeah. This was a light week because it was like annual week.
Yeah. It's very light week.
It was a very light week, right? There was not a lot. I was looking through these. I was like, there's not a lot out this week, guys.
And it's because it's like the 5th week of August.
Yeah.
And so that always like messes up with
the 5th week. Yeah. Those 5-week months are always really bad. Here we go. I'm gonna be pulling that one. I'm gonna be pulling DC Saved by Bell Rave.
It's great.
Right, that's one. I'd be pulling that one right there.
Really
you
fun.
got Peter J. Tomasi and Becky Cloonan, Franco. I don't want to mess up your last name. There's a ton of great writers.
Yeah, it's like 8 stories. They're all related to like school shenanigans. And if you were a fan of Gotham Academy, you get a story. You get a story. A new story for Gotham Academy. So,
I love it. Dude. I love Gotham Academy.
Once again, look at all these creators. So.
Super cool. So that one was definitely on my pull list there.
Yeah, I love buying these books. These are good to get signed at conventions. Just take this, and you got like 20 people in there.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh! Right.
Yeah. And then I'm pulling Red Sonja there because Dynamite Entertainment. If you guys if you guys want, Dynamite is actually on the EXP. If you guys are watching and keep an eye on that, they have Dynamic Forces. They do that. I think I don't know the exact dates, but they do drop that. They drop stuff like right before us. They were on show, so make sure you guys are checking out the EXP for any of the stuff that they're selling and checking out. They are also in Previews World if you guys check it out as well.
I like this cover. It's good. I like the art. It's different.
That's one of the reasons why I wanted to pull this is because the artwork and how cool that front cover art is.
It's
Sometimes I'm
different
one of those
from-
people that gets a book because of the cover. Sorry.
1000% me.
I'm also pulling Vampirella Year 1 issue 2. That one looked really good as well. What else am I getting? Let's take a look at the creator team on this one.
Oh yeah. Christopher Priest is on. Oh, what? Not that one. This one. Christopher Priest is writing.
Yeah.
I like Christopher Priest. Ergun Gundus. Oh, apologies for that mispronunciation. So
yeah. So the Christopher Priest is on that one. I definitely had to grab it. You know what I mean? So
cool.
Very, very cool. He can never let me down, man. I'm definitely gonna be grabbing that Picard though. Picard all day right there. And then as well as the go ahead and talk about this one a little bit.
Oh, I mean, this is, I don't know anything about this one.
Let me see. I'm pulling it up.
Who's there? Oh, IDW.
But it does tie in. It does tie into the TV show apparently. So if you're enjoying that, or if you're not enjoying the TV show, maybe you'll enjoy the comic.
The comics do really good with the comic books. And Bark had never before seen journey set between seasons 2 and 3 of Paramount Plus hit series Picard. You know, they did that with the Discovery comic books too when the first and second season, or second and third or something like that, where they had these little stories that kind of fit in between. That could have been continuity, but maybe not. So it's always fun to kind of just, if you're excited about the show and you want just a little bit more story, I would definitely go and read one of those. Forever Forward is definitely on my list too.
We need to talk about this, right? Zach Kaplan, he was nice enough to provide us with a copy of this early. And boy, let me tell you, this was a lot of fun. If you like time travel shenanigans, this is a book for you, especially because there's like a little twist that they can only go forward in time. Mm-hmm. So that's really fun. Really, really cool. I love the art.
And these covers are dope.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. I need to go to the store to get it. I need to go pick it up because, like I said, I read the preview copy. Yeah. But hopefully we get some of these covers because they're really cool.
Definitely. And then before we move on, I am going to be getting the 20th anniversary of Firefly there. I mean, I have to. It's right next to I have to, just because freaking it's Firefly, right? Come on. Firefly all day long.
This is true.
Yep. And then obviously I'm getting Pentagram Horror, Agent World, Playthings, and Mega Centaurians from Scout.
I love Playthings.
Yeah, Playthings. It's creepy, right?
I love it so much.
Forever Forward. Clay says, you got any of those Forever Forward review copies, Daniel? Whoops, maybe I shouldn't have put that there. Hey man, we can hook you up. We can talk about that all.
Yeah, no, I usually share them. I sometimes forget to share them with my co-host. So I'll hook you up, Clay.
As I want to read the Star Trek Mirror Wars. Ooh. Iron Fist. Okay, cool. What else? I think that's all that's on my list. It was a short one.
It was a short week.
Same. Short week. Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Very cool. But I mean, I do have some Kickstarter books that I got in that I wanted to talk a little bit about. Before we move on to something else, I got in these right here, the stack of Pocus Hocus books. There's the trade paperback, right? But I want to show you guys a little bit of the cover there. Look how gorgeous that is. But I got the Grandma Chainsaw. This is actually in previews, in pre-order right now at Kickstarter. Head on over to bit.ly/Grandma Chainsaw and hit notify me on launch. This one's going to be going launch here pretty soon. Very, very cool. All kinds of really cool tiers in there. I'm working with them and all that stuff. The Geek Collective is working with them on that Kickstarter there. Very, very cool. Brian Bolondo art covers. All of the original art was printed in this really cool black and white art stuff. Really cool. And then Horse in Hell, you got obviously issue 1, 2, 3, and 4 there. Very cool, right? And then you got this really awesome variant cover, this Kit Wallace variant cover. And then Kiki's Delivery Service, Edward Bentley cover. I think that's the Marvita cover. Very cool. Very cool. And then yeah, so I just wanted to brag a little bit about that stuff. We go. I've recently gotten 3 Kickstarters: Pocus Hocus, Black Jackets, and Raina, Sean Butler says. Pocus is one of the best books of the year. Wow. So does that mean that Triangle of Truth is going to do an end of the year? And does that mean Pocus Hocus might be number 1 on their list? Look at that. Well, look at this is why, guys. This is why this is why this book is freaking awesome, right? It's gorgeous. It's hilarious. Cool. Oops, that was a spoiler. But it's gorgeous. It's hilarious. You guys are definitely going to want to read this one. They got this book got picked up by Source Point Press. It will be out next, hopefully next July in 2023. That's if the if things don't get delayed. But it'll be out from Source Point Press that year, next year. So take a look at that. As well as Tarmux. I haven't gotten my rewards in yet. They're on their way. So once I do, I'm gonna go do a video. We'll talk about it. I'll show them on here, all that good stuff too. But they are also in pre-launch with another book right now, which is the follow-up to Mr. Guy Volume 1. This is Volume 2. Kickstarter.onedgepress.com and click notify me on launch as well. Have you guys gotten any Kickstarters recently?
Yes, I got Pocus Hocus and Tarmac.
Nice.
I have not. I've been off my Kickstarter game. I need to get back on it because you are showing a lot of really cool stuff.
Yeah, they're killing. Kickstarter's where it's at right now. So if you guys are looking for all kinds of really new indie comic books, Kickstarter's where it's at right now. Like a lot of stuff that is in Kickstarter gets picked up by other small press companies, and then they usually go through like Previews World and stuff like that too. As well as stories that have already been published, like continuations of their world building and universes. They are also throwing those out on Kickstarter because they haven't come out completely in its fullness with those press companies yet. So a lot of times those creators will go to and distribute through Kickstarter, which is very, very cool. All right, guys, that's the show. Before we check out here, we usually do a quick little thing here at the end of the show where we talk about some of our this is our mental health check-in. So what we do here on the show is at the tail end of the show here, we talk a little bit about suicide prevention. The National Suicide Prevention Hotline has changed now. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is now active across the United States. This new shorter phone number will make it easier for people to remember and access mental health crisis services. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides free and confidential emotional support to people in suicidal crisis or emotional distress. They do that 24 hours a day, 7 days a week across the United States. You can even text them. All you need to do is just text or call 988 and you will be connected to a crisis lifeline representative. For more information about the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline, you can head on over to 988lifeline.org. That is 988lifeline.org. Thank you guys for giving me this time to go ahead and talk about this. Mental health is a big, huge. We're big advocates for mental health over here. I'm trying to normalize the conversation in my family and on this show. So, and me and Ambrosia, we suffer from mental health issues, and we want to normalize it and make sure that everybody knows that, hey, we're just like you. We just have moments. So sometimes those moments we have to reach out to one another and check in with each other. So I check in with Ambrosia. Ambrosia checks in daily with me and my wife, and it's very, very cool. So I want to check in with you guys. Danny, since you're our guest host here, I want to check in with you, man, before we move on to Ambrosia here. How have you been mental health wise lately?
I think I'm doing well. There's obviously a little bit of anxiety going back to office, even if it's only a few things. So that's been
Mhm.
on my mind. Definitely asking a lot of questions about processes and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's nice to change the routine a little bit, but it's always a little daunting when you got to make some changes. So, but I got a good support system. I got people to talk to, and especially love doing stuff like
So are
this.
you are you back are you back in the office from being on the because did your office do the whole work from home thing for everybody?
I've been working from home for since March 2020.
Okay.
We'll be going back only a few days a month, starting in next month. So,
Mhm.
but there's a lot of preparation that goes into
Yeah.
that. So we've had to go in and clean up our stuff that we want to keep because they're throwing everything out. They're putting in new setups.
Wow.
So yeah, but yeah, like I said, it's definitely good. I'm glad you guys. I reached out to you guys today, like, hey, can I jump in on the stream? Or you guys? So
Yeah.
always fun to do this because it is a way to like relax, unwind, talk to each other. So provide
Yeah,
good.
Very much so.
yeah, definitely. Sean says I cannot recommend it enough. Talk therapy is amazing. It has helped me so much. I agree, and it's one of those things that has helped me a great deal in my life. Clay says Danny is a great friend that listens when I'm having issues and need to vent. Very cool. Um, very cool.
Danny is a great friend.
Definitely, definitely. Ambrosia, I know you've been going through a lot lately. You don't have to share completely everything, but
No.
how have you been, friend?
Honestly, this week has been a good one. It's been, I think these past 3 months have been like some of the hardest things that we've had to go through, recently. But this week has been good, even though, so yesterday, part of why it's so important to talk about this, I lost my brother-in-law to suicide. And yesterday was, we were able to pick up his stuff from police, because they have to go and investigate everything. And so
Mhm.
yesterday was a big emotionally day and extremely taxing for all of us. But
Wow.
my entire family is in therapy, and we all are very serious about making sure like we're all in a good headspace. And so
Yeah.
I think what has helped is making sure that we have a good support within each other, as well as individuals. And I think that's what helped me and a lot of us get through today. Today I did a lot of like self-care. I'm sick and a little bit under the weather, but still it's really important to make sure that you take care of yourself. And so today
Yeah.
I was able to do that. I went out and I got boba, and it was fabulous. And
Boba
so
and comics, right?
yeah, yeah. How are you, Joey?
I listen. I'm doing good. I'm doing. My wife has been struggling a little bit, right? And I've been struggling a little bit. We've been kind of, our doctors have been changing our meds here a little bit. So it's where we're in that moment where my wife's meds are completely brand new, and so they had to wean her off of it and then put her on the new one. So that was rough, right? So now she's trying to get to a balance where she feels like normal, right? And then I had that moment where my meds weren't really touching anything for a little while, right? So I talked to my doctor, and they kind of upped my meds a little bit. So there was a day where, because they upped my meds. So it's a weird situation, right? They upped my meds in the middle of the month. So in the middle of the month, they sent over a prescription to my pharmacy, right? But because it's in the middle of the month, my pharmacy and my insurance says, "No, wait a minute, you already got your allotment for this month." Even though my doctor has prescribed me a higher dosage and she sent it all, and all that stuff goes through all that stuff, my insurance is like, hold on, nope. So I'm having to double up on my meds, and because of that, that means my meds are going to be half of what it is by the time I need to go and get new ones. So I'm back in the same place where I was in the beginning, where I was like, I need a higher dosage, but my doctor told me to double up. Now now I have to fight the pharmacy, and now I have to fight the insurance to actually get my new one. A good thing tomorrow's the new month, so that I can call and fight with them that way, and hopefully they'll just release it because it's a new month.
Yeah.
But luckily I haven't run out completely, but if I fight them for at least one more week, I'll be out of meds. But this is the thing that's going on, right? This is the craziness that's going on. That people, this is not the first time they're messing with my mom's meds right now, where there's things that were getting lapsed. There's so many people that I know with their mental health meds are getting they're lapsing, and
That's so
it's because of insurance, and they don't want to say supply chain problems, but what the heck, this is crazy, right? So there's been a lot of stress because of that.
No, I'm sorry.
but and like other health wise, I'm good. Like we're happy, we're happily married, happy family, happy kids, you know what I mean? But the thing is, I gotta fight with these dang pharmacies and insurances to make sure that I'm balanced a little bit. So that's a little frustrating.
No, I'm sorry.
Please check Mark Cuban's discount pharmacy for your meds, and they are adding things weekly. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Mark Cuban, huh? That dude is everywhere. Very cool. All right, you know what? That's our time here for the show and for our mental health crisis check in. Thank you guys for hanging out with us right here on the Wednesday Warriors live on the EXP. Danny, can you please let everybody know where they can find you on social media? And
sure. You can find everything I'm doing here at Echo Spider. That's my personal stuff, but I'm working on the Next Issue podcast with Clay and other ones of my buddies. I'm also now a regular contributor on I Read Comic Books podcast.
Cool.
So follow
and
all
a regular contributor here.
Twitter. Yeah, for sure. So all that stuff will be on my Twitter. So just follow me on Twitter, and then you can find all the stuff I'm doing, comic reviews, and that's the only reason I've read all these books already, because I had to make videos for the week. So
very cool. Ambrosia, where can they find you?
You can find me on TikTok at Comics and Cupcakes, on Instagram and Twitter at Ambrosia _Linda, as well as comic book history lessons, which I'm working on recording this weekend.
Awesome. It's been this weekend for the last 2 months, guys.
I know. It has been like such I start writing my notes and I'm like, yeah. And then life comes and it's just like, just kidding. You got other things to do. I'm like, oh.
That's exactly.
But my goal is to write everything up on Friday or to finish.
Awesome.
And then it's Memorial Labor Day weekend. So then on Monday I can record.
Super cool. Well, you guys can find me at Joey Galvez 1984 on Twitter, and you can find the Geek Collective anywhere. All you got to do is just do a quick Google search of the Geek Collective, and we're there. You can head on over to geekcollective.net. That is geekcollective.net. If you guys are a podcaster or a comic book creator or somebody who is looking to get your project on Kickstarter and you need a little bit of help promoting, we can help you with that. We are a podcast network. Next Issue Podcast is on our network, right? So you guys head on over to Geek Collective. You can either sign up to be on our network if you are a podcast. You're looking for public relations and marketing, you can hit us up and we'll talk to you a little bit about that as well, about your comic book project or your Kickstarter project. We'll definitely talk to you and get you on there. And then just find us anywhere. We're here, right? This is where we're at every single week, right here, talking right here on the EXP. You guys definitely gonna want to check out this weekend, Thursday. There's gonna be a huge announcement coming from the EXP. So keep an eye on the EXP's YouTube channel, bit.ly/EXPtube. and you guys will check this out because there's some really cool stuff coming very, very soon. I got to talk to Ambrosia, see if she wants to jump in on some of this and maybe do some really cool content for you guys. But big things are happening at the EXP, so keep an eye on that. We'll talk to you guys about more about that next week on our show. So keep an eye on that. Remember to make sure to listen to Professor Friendly Show. They are a friend of the show. They are a podcast where they talk about all their favorite indie comics. So if you guys are indie comics people and we didn't talk about those books here, definitely go listen to the show. They drop a show every single Wednesday and they talk about all of their favorite independent comic books that they are pulling from their pull list. Check it out. They were actually the inspiration for our pull list segment. So very cool. So make sure you guys go check them out. That is why we talk about them every single week. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Ambrosia and Danny, you guys are awesome. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me and doing this thing with me. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.